Happy Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No matter when you're catching the replay, or if you're in the room, hey, thank you for being in the room. We appreciate you being here. So, this is going to be a slightly different Friday session. The 2 p.m. session, we typically focus a lot of stuff on Logi specifically because it's the Logi call, or we do some other things. But not only are we right before Prime Day, we just got a message. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. It was from Amazon. And here's the thing, we got actually two. So the first one had the wrong information. And it happens. Sometimes you will get an email from Amazon for some updates that are coming out. It's like, it they put the cart before the horse sometimes. And so it had the old information that was from an update that happened in December. So it had that information and it had the date. So typically, when you get an email, just verify the date. At the top, when you click on it, it'll tell you that these are the updates and it'll give you the exact date. They did send out a brand new one, and the brand new one had quite a few updates. So, what's changed? We'll go over what's changed. I'll say all of them. And now, mind you, this is effective October 15th. So one of the things that Amazon always tells us, if you stay in the program, then you are accepting the terms of service, right? You stay in the program, you're accepting the terms. So updated their trademark guidelines to specify that associates cannot use any copyright material from third-party sellers without written authorization. So that's the first one. The reason why I said that was so important was because when we think about trademark and copyright, that's something that we as influencers, they don't really say, okay, this is what a trademark is, this is what a copyright is. So when we say copyrighted, things, most people don't know what that really is. So when you go down the list, typically when it comes to copyrighted material, we're thinking of websites, blogs, artwork, music. Here's the thing, they can register it as copywritten, but they don't have to. If they've already published it, or it's an automatic copyright. But bigger brands are going to go through the process to make sure it's legitimate, right? They're going to take that extra step. But if they've already put it out there, then it's copyright. And for those of you who, the entrepreneurial side, something that they used to do and talk about with poor man's copyright is you would take something, sign it, put it in an envelope, seal it, and mail it to yourself because it has the date that you mailed it, which is your proof that you already had it that date. When we think of trademarks, trademarks are typically logos, brand names, slogans, or taglines. It can be colors, so like a certain color palette that a brand is using. It can also be sounds, and they said like the MGM lion roar, which is kind of weird because you're like, how do you trademark a lion's roar? That's not yours, but to each his own. The reason why this was important, that I wanted to bring up, was this could potentially be one of the reasons why some of our videos have been getting flagged. Because if you're using a term or the brand's name and they have it in their system as something that's trademarked, that could potentially be why some videos have gotten rejected. Because we did say that at one point, like, we couldn't understand why, like, why would you reject a video with the name of the brand if we're working with the brands? Or if, like, that's the purpose of us working with the brands, to highlight the brands. But that may be one of the reasons. Again, something to think about because they're not giving us all the insight when it comes to that. And then what they do give us, you got to literally really go deep and pay close attention, or you got to have somebody that knows all the jargon in order for them to be able to break it all the way down for you. So that was the first part, was the trademarks and the copyrights. So the second one is they clarified that commission calculations are rounded to the nearest local currency amount, cents for US dollars, at the per transaction level, which may cause effective commission rates to vary slightly from rate card percentages. So y'all remember back in school when we rounded up or rounded down. uh it's going to be a weird scenario when we look at the other platforms, because they're rounding up and rounding down according to the commission, but then we also already, they have to, switch it out to US dollars when we get it. So there's going to be a lot of different changes depending on how many storefronts and how many platforms you're working on. That may be something that you start seeing, where before you would have got the exact amount, now it would be rounded up or rounded down. That part I can't for the life of me understand what would make them make that change. Um Except maybe like fees. That would be the only thing I could think of, is that may be a part of the reason why they changed that. But again, something to pay attention to. Stephanie said in the chat, my payouts have been off by a couple of pennies. I've actually seen that, and it's actually been over the last, I want to say, at least month or two that I've noticed it, where they have the whole amount doesn't come out. So like there's a change amount left in there every time they send out the payment. And so I don't know if y'all have paid attention to it, but I've seen it. So I figured something was coming, but again, there was no clear understanding of why they were doing that. But now we see that that's supposedly what it was for. Only 1 to 2 since I started this program. LOL, never made sense. Probably not even related to this, but it makes me laugh when I when I get overpaid by 1 cent. Exactly. It's like, oh, okay, I got an extra penny. I'm not mad at it. Work it out. Uh, the third one is updated our product exclusion policy to include that Amazon has the authority to determine which products are excluded from the associates program. Now, this is one that we have to pay attention to, guys, because that does not just affect videos that you have not done yet. That potentially affects videos that you have already done. Uh, we know that, of course, because of how the platform is set up, they do not alert us when products are no longer available, or they do not alert us when there is a recall. So, like some of these things, we've talked about these in the past, we don't get any alert for these things. So then you may just have a video that's untagged, and the reason may be because that may now be something that's excluded and has been removed from Amazon. That's where the OINK, the OINK extension comes into play, because when you do that storefront check, health check, you can see what videos are untagged, overtagged, and currently unavailable. And that's something that we've already talked about. You should be doing that at least once a month. I say typically like twice a month, depending on how many videos you have. I do it once a month because I have over 2,000 videos. And
I'll say that I just recently started doing that. I
Yeah.
never really went through and audited my storefront before, and I just, used Oink to download the report for it. And
Hmm.
I want to say I have something like 600 videos that are out of stock, or I'm getting the dog 404 page on, and so I'm painstakingly going through and trying to find if there's a different version of that particular product that I could tag on that video. And the way I look at it too is like I could be shooting more videos and then getting those uploaded, but I can probably get those videos live faster. And so it gives me kind of it's a time thing. Like I can do more with this, or I could go shoot something else. And I think that doing that is more valuable for the time that you get.
Exactly. And so what I've found is that it's heartbreaking because some of it I was like, oh. and it's and here's the thing, because initially what people would think is that, oh, well, if it's currently unavailable, it's probably an old product. That's not the case. That's not the case. Just because it's currently unavailable does not mean that it is an old, outdated product. It could be a number of reasons. The brand may have just had to pull it down and re-upload it. There may have been a glitch. There's so many different things going on behind the scenes. So having that resource and that asset to go through and be able to pull them all. And here's the thing: some of you are a little more organized in how you do things. And so you can actually export that whole list. You can export that whole list so that way you have it and can kind of check it off if you so please. On the actual health check, they have little boxes that you can hide it. You can completely ignore something. But it is a must. You should be doing that at least once a month. I'm saying this because I was doing it before Oink. Manually, I was doing it. And with over 2,000 videos, it was, man, when we first started realizing that there were videos coming up untagged and unavailable, that was last year. So from last year, yeah, maybe the end of last year, from last year until Oink. And so I started using Oink maybe a couple months ago. Until then, I was doing it manually.
And I can tell you too, the one, I guess, good aspect of that, of having some go back, go out of stock, or 404 or untagged or whatever, is that you can kind of go back, and now that we know more information about like parent ASINs and all that type of stuff, that's your opportunity to take that video, find the parent ASINs for it that you can tag on that video as well, so that you can hopefully get even more traction out of an older video. The best way that I've been doing that is to use a viral view, because whenever you upload a video with the viral view extension, they created like a little box on the upload screen to where you can just literally copy and paste the ASINs into there, and then you click tag and it automatically tags. If one's a parent ASIN, it'll do the parent ASIN, but then it also tags the product ASIN as well, which is super cool. It saves me so much time. And so I wanted to share that with you guys as kind of like a hack if you're using Viral View. That's a game changer for me, just to be able to get those parent ASINs on videos.
Definitely a game changer. Now, the next one was interesting because I didn't think people still got gift cards as payment. I didn't realize it. But adjusted payment thresholds for gift card payments to include maximum amounts. So not only were y'all getting paid with a gift card, it was only going to a certain amount. Is that because they have it in increments? That was weird looking at that one. But again, some people when they first came into the program didn't fully read everything. And so instead of putting their bank information, they put a gift card or they put a check. And at one point it was difficult for you to be able to switch it out. I don't know if they've changed that in the background, or if it's still difficult for you to change it out, you got to stick with whatever you chose. But definitely interesting. So if you're somebody that gets paid using the gift card, they've adjusted the payment thresholds for gift card payments to include the maximum amount. Yeah. uh, Great question. Do any of y'all use that tagged box with viral view? Or do y'all have another way of to tagging parent ASINs? That's a good question. If you've been tagging parent ASINs, I know Andrew has been doing, I think he did it for almost his whole storefront, or for at least quite a few of his videos. Um, I've been I've been doing it manually. I know I'm about to get yelled at. I've been doing it just manually. Um, Simply because I haven't been using Viral View. I've heard good things about Viral View. I just haven't used it.
Yeah, I recently found it. I kind of mentioned it in the other call earlier, and I think like a month or two ago, I discovered it, and so I've been playing around with all the different functions that are in it that a lot of the other tools don't have. And one of them, I know Rob of Oink has been talking about parent ASINs and if you should do them and how the best way to do them and all that type of stuff. But then I noticed that Viral View had that box whenever you upload to where you can just pop your ASINs into there and it'll automatically send them off to get it tagged onto the video. And that's one of the parts of that tool that I notice every upload that I do. I'm using it right now, honestly, to be able to get those parent ASINs into there. And it's just been a game changer. I mentioned in the previous session, if anybody missed it, the sending of the messages on creator connections. That's a huge one for me as well. So I was just curious to know if anybody uses that thing or is there something else that I'm missing out on? I feel like I've been missing out on a long time because I haven't been playing with Viral View that much.
Yeah, I still haven't tapped into Viral View. Um, it may be something that I tap into before the end of the year. With everything increasing and going up, I think that's been a great thing. And again, things shift and alter, and things change at a moment's notice, so we never know what's going to happen. But right now everything for me has been going up, so I'm looking forward to fourth quarter being a really great quarter, because my numbers are starting to get closer to what they were when I first joined, um, which was absolutely amazing. So, I would say fingers crossed, but I'm just like, ain't no telling where it's going to go. So we just gonna hope for the best, right? Um, Here's the other one. It said added language to the Canadian Associates Program operating agreement regarding free book promotions, aligning it with other worldwide operating agreements. I didn't even realize, and this is again, this goes to show that they are still trying to work things out on the other platforms, on the other um, locations, because I didn't even realize that there was a separate, like a separate language for free books, because for us here in the US, we have creator connections. There are book there are book publishers on creator connections that send free books. I have a one of the book publishers that sends me books maybe every couple months. I get like 6 new books. And so there are brands that send us books. I never even thought that there was going to be something different on one of the other platforms, because I have a Canadian site and I've uploaded stuff there. So now that made me go, oh, well, you need to go back and check out what's over on the Canadian terms of service. Just make sure I haven't overstepped in any way. Unfortunately, that's what we go through, right? That's part of the process. Hold on, let me go back. Okay, maybe you want to lead a viral view session with us, Lane.
Yeah, I mentioned to Stephanie that's a great idea. Just because I'm learning so much about it right now, so I can't do it this coming week because I'm going to be at Vid Summit and AI Marketing World in Dallas. But maybe the week after, I'd actually be interested in maybe hosting a talk about like workflows, like whenever you go to upload a video, what buttons are you actually clicking? What are you actually doing to find the
Exactly.
most efficient way to get things uploaded? I think that that could be interesting as well. So y'all let me know if y'all are interested in any of that.
Yeah, Michelle said, yeah, I've had two $50 days in a row. That includes a small amount from offsite though. That's fine. That's great. Listen, I have people who they were like, oh, I only get a couple dollars a day. And they really have been like, there's a lot of people that are really frustrated right now. And they're like, oh, it doesn't work. I'm done with the program. And then you have brand new people coming in. It's like, you got the ones that are standing at this revolving door. And then you got us that's going, no, we just going, we going, weather the storm. We got this. Uh, they won't send you any. It depends. So, well, I'll talk to you separate about that one. It depends on what kind of books you do videos for. But yeah, I have a publishing company that sends me books. Now I've had a couple of them that I've reached out to that it was crickets. I didn't hear anything back. But I have one that sends me books regularly. Um, Yep. Somebody else said they would love the workflow session. Also interested in workflow. Okay. I would be very interested in viral view workflow discussion. I definitely have some time hacks that work for me, but I'd love to brainstorm together. Exactly. That works. That works. Because again, when we talk about that workflow, that's that can make or break you. It
Yep,
can.
because
It
you'll
can
get
set
burnt
you up
out
to
if you
put stuff
don't.
in place, or it can make you'll be falling behind and getting frustrated.
Hmm.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, time is money. Indeed. Okay, so that's something that I have to go back and do. Now, mind you, I will say this, and I'm very transparent about this. When it came to setting up the storefronts on the other sites, I did not just go all in. I know Lane went all in. And because he has Genius Link, it made it a whole lot easier because of how he was using Genius Link. I just started using Genius Link a bit more. And so I'm seeing the benefits of it. I will say this, if you haven't been using it, this is something that happened this week. And I was like, I see why Lane went all in. I see it. I got a message that said, hey, you've been getting traffic in France. You should have a storefront there.
They
But
basically
now,
tell you what you need to do based on your
yes.
traffic. It's amazing. And it's only $6 a month. Like,
And it's
what?
only $6 a month,
It's so
y'all.
cheap.
I had such a big smile on my face because I was like, oh, and I can sign up for my storefront in France quick. Boom, done that. Now I gotta get the videos over there, y'all. That's pray my strength. But it's set up because I know that I'm already getting the traffic. Eileen has been talking about this for quite some time. Lane has been talking about this for quite some time. So, in looking at what the new updates are from the terms of service for us in the US, when you are signing up for these other storefronts, make sure you are paying attention to the terms of service for that particular storefront. Again, I did not know that they had a separate, like it was separate when it came to free books. And I get free books. That could have potentially put me in a very bad position depending on what the terms of service was for there. And I know it's hard because you like, who want to be reading all that? It's a lot. It is, y'all. I definitely understand. It definitely is. Listen, it's like you're back in school and you got to read 2 chapters by the end of the week. I get it, but it's for your benefit. It's for your benefit. Yeah. Oh, Latoya said, let me sign up for G. You haven't signed. Oh, Latoya. Now, listen
Latoya,
here.
come on now. Come on now. How long I've been talking about Genius Links and you haven't signed up for that yet?
We did
Go
the
to Dad News
fireside
Automation
chat.
right now and go get you some of that.
Exactly.
Don't even ask me, y'all. I don't know why I thought that Genius Links was the best avenue for YouTube, but still, that's still not an excuse, as what Eileen was talking about earlier. So just bear with me. Just bear with me.
You got it. You got
You
it.
got it. Listen, um, says I was getting traffic in China, but I don't know how to set up for China. Oh, so I know typically the easiest way to do it is to go and Google Amazon influencer and whatever that that country is. So if you do that and sign up for the influencer side, you automatically get the affiliate side. So, but that's the easiest way. Now, somebody may have the direct link. If they do, y'all can post that in the chat.
As far as China is concerned, though, I don't believe China either has a store or it's like really hard to actually get it
Ah,
connected. That's one of those. There's a few countries where you can't get a good connection to, or you can't get paid from. And so, and
see,
honestly,
that's
whenever it comes to China, it could be sellers just clicking your link to see like what you do
oh,
and if they. So it may not actually be good traffic as well. It's kind of one of those ones that you have to roll the dice on.
that part. And then I did see that Genius Link had like an update or a notification. It was an old notification. Um, because when I first started hearing about it, I had signed up, but then I never used it. So now I'm using it. But it was talking about how they found a lot of bots doing the clicks when it came to Singapore.
Mhm.
And so they went through that whole debacle. But Genius Link, of course, from what I saw in the little notifications, they're on our side, of course. So they, made sure that we were okay as the influencers or content creators. But again, there is a lot that goes on when it comes to the clicks. Problem is I can't read some of them. Google Translate is sort of okay. Oh no, if you go on, well, when you sign up, you typically can change the language on the actual site, on the Amazon site. um Top right corner, there's a click, you click on it and you're able to change it to English. That's on, in I believe, on any of them. Now I've signed up for Canada, UK, UAE, France. I did sign up for Japan, but I think I may have to re-sign up for that one.
Okay.
um
So with whenever you're signing up for the international storefronts, since you've already done France, they make all the other European countries like super simple to do because it can say, "Oh, we see that you already have France set up in your case, Altovise. Let's go ahead and set up UK. Let's go ahead and set up Denmark. Let's go ahead and set up, whatever the other UK one, Germany." And it's like literally, I think 2 buttons, maybe 3 buttons that you have to click to be able to get an ID for all of those. So
oh,
while
see,
you're
that's
like,
perfect.
right, while you're sitting down doing that, like go ahead and do all the other ones and put them into your Genius Link dashboard. That way you're getting traffic from everywhere and you don't have to miss out on all the traffic that Genius Links will tell you that you're missing out on.
That part,
Yep.
yes. Antoine said, I've seen an increase. You need it for deep links. Listen, and here's the thing: some people have been using Post Tap, and they live by Post Tap. I can't. I cannot confirm or deny how what Post Tap is doing, but I know with Genius Link, just this week, that was one of the positive things that I've seen with Genius Link. And again, I get the slap on the hand because I should have been using it earlier, but now that I'm using it, I am seeing the benefits of it. It's the same thing when it came to Binnable, because Eileen had been telling us about Binnable for a while, and then when I started using it, I'm seeing the benefits. I said, I'm 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 least I'm learning. I'm moving a little faster. I'm moving a little faster.
And I wanted to point out too, with I think I mentioned this in the previous one too. Rob's extension works with Genius Link, so whenever
Yeah.
you use his extension to go and upload your video to YouTube, then there's like a couple of buttons you press, and it'll automatically generate the Genius Link for you on your account. So not only are you, it allows you to be able to get it on there, it also, if you use something like repurpose.io, it can take that YouTube description, and whenever it goes to put it out onto all the other social media platforms, it'll add that YouTube description to each one of those platforms as well, which will include that Genius link in there. So not only are you getting clicks from YouTube, you could be getting clicks from, Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram and everything else, once you have just the workflow set up. But I love that Rob added that to the Oink extension, because I know that a lot of you guys, like the automation stuff to set up and whatnot, it can be very overwhelming. And he simplified it to the least amount of clicks that you have to take to be able to get that video up. So I appreciate the efficiency that he built out for you guys.
Hey,
That part. I love it.
hey guys. Oh, I'm so glad y'all listening to me today. No, just kidding. Stephanie mentioned something about getting some sales in UK or in Canada, I believe. As long as you have your payment set up in UK, Canada, Australia, all those places that will let you use a US bank, of
Yeah.
course, use the bank. Don't use check and don't use gift card. As long as
Yeah.
it's a US bank, you don't have to do anything else. You're automatically, once you meet that $10 threshold, I'm sorry, I take that back. In the UK, it's 25. It's
Mhm.
higher. And it's actually 25 pounds, not dollars. And their pounds are heavier than our dollars. And so you actually wind up getting like $30 or something like that in your bank account. So you don't have to do anything else once you meet the threshold. And that could be what's confusing, because it's more, you may have more than 10 and you're thinking, how come I didn't get paid out? Well, that's why, because the UK for some reason is higher. Canada's 10, but the UK is higher. Okay.
That part. So making sure that, again, if you're setting it up, what's your system for how you're flowing through things? Another thing with Oink is that you're able to go ahead and easily. And now, here's one of the things that I love also about Oink. Now, some people were asking, how is it easier for you to upload your videos to UK and Canada? Because they have the little buttons, but also when you hit the pink little button that allows you to download the video, it downloads the title of the video, y'all. When you download it directly from Amazon, it does not. It gives you blue glob. And you got to rename it and everything like that. But when you download it using the Oink extension, it actually gives you the title and whatever was the thumbnail for that video also downloads too. So it gives you the thumbnail, it gives you the video with the title that you already had it for on the US site. Some people may want to change it up if they put it on a different site. That's a personal preference, because it's still early, so we don't know if it'll have any effect on the other platforms or the other storefronts just yet. But you can download all of those, and then when you are on the Oink using the extension, when you click on the product or click on the little button telling you that it's available in UK or Canada, it opens it up. So when you go and upload that particular product video, all you have to do is go to like recently viewed. You know, you don't have to search for the actual thing. It's already there. So that's why it was like such an easier, like it's made it so much easier by using Oink. Again, you still got some steps to do. I wish it could be just you just blink and all of them go over there. I wish when you signed up for the storefront, everything just went on over. But of course, because there's so many things that are different depending on where the storefront is, not everything is available. So you got to do the work, y'all. We got to do the work. I know, y'all. I know. Australia is great. I may sign up for Australia. I thought about Australia though.
I can tell you that I'm making money on Australia.
Yeah. Wait,
Worth it.
there's a Genius Link extension.
I don't know.
Someone just said I need to download the Genius Link extension.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Ah,
And they have a mobile app.
they do.
iOS. iOS. You're on iOS, right?
Yeah,
Altovise?
yeah.
And question, Michelle, I'm confused. When you asked about Amazon Health, I'm not sure that's in the program. I don't know that we can make commission off of that, but the word Amazon Health, that I'm not understanding exactly what you mean by that. What is Amazon Health?
You said Amazon Help or Health?
Health. Health. Michelle asks, any clue how to update Amazon Health links with Genius links? And honestly, I'm not sure what you mean by Amazon Health, but if you're talking about like prescriptions and all that stuff, that's not a part of the program. Because Amazon never emailed us and said, oh, you can get commissions off of prescriptions now. No. But I don't know, making sure what you mean by Amazon Health.
Hmm. I wonder because I know that we can do, like, of course, we can do videos for audiobooks. We can do videos for, because we can tag the audiobooks. We can tag the regular books, right? Stuff like that. Is it actually for health? I didn't even realize that you could. Well, I guess just about anything on there they could you could pretty much do a link for.
Antoine asked, how can you find out which foreign Amazon accounts you signed up for? You just switch the flag when you're in your
Oh, there's a way. It's in your dashboard.
yeah.
Wait. Oh, I can't remember where it is. Hold on.
Well, when you're looking at your reports, at the top of your report.
If you go to your consolidated report, it should give you all of them.
Well, you have to add it into the consolidated report. It doesn't just automatically pop over there.
Right. But when you go in there, it should be the drop down box that allows you to add them. You'll be able to see which ones, I think.
Right. So
you should be able to see which ones you can add to it. And then once you add them, your consolidated will have all of them.
Exactly. But you have to,
but you do have to add them for them to be on your consolidated.
Exactly. Yep.
And in regards to the Amazon Health links that Michelle was asking, I believe she was talking about the Genius links. Whenever you open up your homepage or whatever, there's like a health report of how your links are doing. There's some that are, that you go to a 404 page, or it's out of stock, or it's temporarily unavailable, or whatever, something like that. And so I believe there's like a button on there to where you can go through and change. Let me see. Yeah, there's an update link button on there. So you can click that and it takes you to that link. And then you have to go and find like what you want to change it to, but you can change it to whatever link you would want it to be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you copy and paste the titles Where are you downloading the titles? Are you downloading it from the storefront? If you go in the storefront, there's a little pink download button, a little arrow going down. Hit that. When it downloads the thumbnail, the video with the title. And the title is underneath the thumbnail and the video. But it's only when you download it from the storefront, not when you're doing it from Creator Hub.
Hmm.
Right? Exactly. Stephanie said Amazon can make this whole process so much easier. They said, you know what? We want to keep y'all on your toes. we want to keep y'all young. We get it. We understand. Because Amazon influencers, man, we stay on our toes, don't we? There's always something that got us on our toes, for sure. Y'all gonna make me go and sign up for Australia today.
Which you should do today.
Today.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention this. I on my YouTube channel, my older YouTube channel, actually, I got approved for what's called MLA, which is multi-language audio. So I can now
Ooh.
take my video and I can find a service that will dub into different languages, and I can upload an MP3 file to that video so that whenever someone who speaks Spanish or whatever clicks on it, it will play in Spanish if that's what their default is, or it gives a toggle for people to be able to change between the languages. And I know that YouTube has built out some auto dubbing features for some channels. On the Dad Reviews channel, I actually have that turned on for some uploads. But what that does is it uses machine learning to be able to create a dub for you automatically, which is really interesting as well. And so my point behind all that is that that's another reason why you should be putting Genius links into your content right now, because the YouTube, and I mean even to a certain extent some of the other social media platforms, they want to have the more international focus, be more localized for those viewers. And the way that they can do that with machine learning and AI now is to be able to dub over all those videos. And if you have that Genius links that goes to the correct store that that person might be watching from, there's a chance that you can get so many more commissions. So just be like, it's almost like future proofing yourself with your content without having to go back later on and change them all later. So if you haven't done Genius Link yet, that's another reason why I highly recommend that you do it.
That part. I see a couple of people in the comments. Michelle said, wow, I have money in some foreign accounts. Yeah.
Yep. With Australia, it was like you have to submit an extra form to be able to not have to pay like a 50% tax. And I never went through that process until like a year or two ago, but I've been collecting since 2019. And I had like 2 grand sitting in that account, and I finally got access to it. And I was like, score.
Yes.
So even if you don't have bank account like Mexico, you're not able to get payments out from Mexico. I still turn it on and I just let that money sit there and collect. And then whenever I get the opportunity to be able to have some kind of bank account that I can connect with it, it'll be a nice little payday right there. And I think also from the viewer's perspective, like you're making it easier for them to be able to purchase where they need to purchase. It's a better experience for them. And that's one thing that I always try to do for all my viewers, is to give them the best experience possible that I can. And I think that serving them a Genius link if they're watching in a different country is something that I can do that only costs, $6.
That part. So, okay, so the last one, and then we're gonna have Ahud. Sorry about that. The last one, and then we're gonna have Ahud come and talk more about the double dipping. Was updated the operating agreement and program policies for European Union countries to reflect the current legal entity naming of Amazon EU SARL. So I'm guessing that is a new storefront that they're working on, is the EU SARL. So definitely I'm going to be, checking into that to see what else that may mean for us, right? Um, right? You know, you said Oink needs to let us upload to listen. Hey, can I say he has been doing the darn thing. When I say that these updates that he has been posting, from the being able to upload on YouTube to it connecting it to Genius Link to being able to upload on UK, and I'm like, he has been sweating his tail off, doing a lot to make sure that it was a bit easier for us, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I, I know we talk about, what's your workflow when it comes to, or the product flow when it comes in, like, are you keeping it? Are you giving it away? And we were talking about, cause he went live last night on YouTube, and he was talking about some of his family and friends are like, yeah, no, I don't want nothing. I said, yeah, I just went to visit my daughter, and like half of my suitcase was full of stuff for her. it was full of stuff for her. Some stuff I send directly to her and I just go record it. And then there's other stuff that I was like, no, I had to take it. So I literally, my suitcase was a lot lighter coming back. But when you see people that are creating and putting things in place to make it easier for us, like Loki, like Oink, like Genius Link, man, go all in. Go all in and make sure that you're, looking at the videos that they're posting, engaging with them so that way you can get updates, because it's definitely for your benefit. So with that being said, Ahud, can you come and talk a little bit more about the double dipping? Back last year, we saw that a lot of and I actually posted something in the group, a Reddit uh, thread of, from one of the brands, because we were talking about how some of the brands have gotten frustrated on their side. There's a lot happening, and they've gotten frustrated. They've been sending out samples, and influencers haven't been making videos. They've been investing in the program, but then investing, trying to do different programs and finding that people were getting paid multiple times for one product. And on the back end, it was like, this may not have been the best option. So I want I want Ahud to come and talk about the double dipping, because when we saw the first email from Amazon, it was the old updates, and a lot of people were like really like frazzled by the wording and didn't understand what happened to make Amazon make that change.
Yeah, yeah, so true. And then Lane immediately texted us in our little Facebook Messenger group of the Logi webinars. Like, hey, Hood, did you see that new announcement by Amazon? And I'm like checking it. I'm like, Lane, that's like from a year ago. It's like, no, I think I don't know. It's maybe the date is wrong or something, but it looks like they said it's new things. And I'm like, oh no, Amazon and their nonsense are going to put us in trouble again. What the hell? We already discussed this a year ago, and now with all this double dipping and creator connection, I hurried and I posted on our Facebook group, what we posted last year, mentioning how what exactly it means and all that kind of stuff. So eventually Amazon said, no, we sent you the wrong terms of service. The agreement is actually what you got is a year ago, and we already have new stuff happening. But people are so sensitive. People are so sensitive out of this. It's like they see a word and they immediately jump and they say, "Oh my God, what's going to happen? How are they going to close my account? What's going to happen?" So yeah, people need to be a little bit less hectic and do silly mistakes, because they need to take a deep breath and realize that from over 1 million Amazon associates, I think that maybe a few dozen are getting shut down every month. Um, Dozens from a few over 1 million, right? And those are people that really manipulate the system and violate a lot of Amazon's terms of service. So I wouldn't be worried as much, just because I see we have thousands of Amazon influencers on our platform, and I usually know when an Amazon influencer is being their account is being suspended or canceled, I'm usually the first one they reach out to, and I don't see a lot of them. So first thing, everybody, do take a deep breath. Do realize that a lot of people are violating Amazon's terms of service, not because they want to, just because there's too many subtleties in the way that Amazon puts their terminology. I think Lane said it the best. He said, I think it was Lane that said, "Oh my God, why are they using that vague terminology that is just so hard to understand? What do they mean? What do they want?" But they keep it vague so they can always say whatever they want. Okay, guys, they will literally say as vague as they can. So when it comes to them deciding something, their legal team can always, push that terminology to whatever they actually want it to mean. And that's just the sad thing about it. But it is what it is, and these are Amazon, and we need to work with them because that's what we do, and we're making money from Amazon, so it's fine. Double dipping is bad. The reason why double dipping is bad because it's not sustainable. When you're building a business as an influencer, as a content creator, you cannot look at the short term. This is a sprint, guys, right? We want to build something big. That's what's coming up in the other session. You will be able to see the recording later, but how some creators, even now in the new creator connection feature that you don't know about probably, where influencers are getting $10,000 for a post. But these are people that have so many followers and they've been around for so long and they built reputation slowly but surely, and you want to do the same. This is literally not a sprint. It's a marathon. That's the bottom line. That's what I wanted to say. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon. We want to build a business which is sustainable. When we do double dipping, we're actually manipulating the system because a brand has a product. They sell that product for $10. It costs them $3 to manufacture, $2 to ship to the Amazon warehouse, another $2 for Amazon for their pick and pack fees, and boom, they're down $7, hoping to get 30%. Now they're willing to give another 20% for an influencer to promote it and be left with only 10%. Just random numbers, but just so you understand it. And what does this influencer do? They take the 20% that the brand is giving them, and then they go to another platform and take another 20%. And some of them even go to a third platform and somehow get another 20%, causing the brand to lose money on every product they sell. So you understand, this is not sustainable. These brands are not multi-billion-dollar companies. Look at the brands you work with, guys. These are not multi-billion-dollar Adidas or Nike that can afford, spending all this money and they will still have budget left. These are usually mom and pop stores, strong, small family-owned businesses, someone that is doing their, hustle by, producing products and selling them on Amazon. And they're trying to get into the, bigger guys field, like, Adidas and Sony and all these, and have like influencers talking about them. The influencers cannot take advantage of that and cannot do double dipping because these businesses will just go broke. They cannot afford it. And many times a lot of these brands talk to us as Logi because we are very close to both the influencers and the brands. And they share that concern with us. And they say, this is so bad for us because we keep on paying you for the same sales that we pay on Creator Connection or on other platforms. And it's just not fair. And we totally agree. Now, Logi has something that others don't have. We have access to amazing data, and we can know when a product that you sold was already on Creator Connection when you sold it. And if you already made a commission on Creator Connection, you will not be eligible for double dipping and getting another commission from Logi. That was the solution we came up with. We mentioned it a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago in the session, and I'm going to say it again so you'll know. You're protected when you use Logi. So no other platform can actually offer this, but Logi is probably the only platform available today that actually knows every product on Creator Connection and every product that you sell on Amazon Associates, and we're able to exclude a product that is sold on both platforms and not pay you the commission on Logi to protect you from double dipping and to protect the brand from losing money. So this is actually a very good thing. Okay, so it's like kind of a protection for all, protection for the brands from losing money, a protection from you from breaking Amazon's rules in terms of service. And it's only the right thing to do. It's the fair thing to do. Because if you think about yourself as an influencer, oh, I have a great example. I have an amazing example. You create that amazing video that you just created. It's amazing. And all of a sudden you see someone else using it and taking your commissions, and you're getting so pissed, and you post on the group, and you post on Reddit, and you post on Twitter, and you're like, report him. He's literally taking my money, he's taking my bread. If you feel that feeling you had right that second, when you felt that someone is actually taking away something from you that is not theirs, that's what the brands feel when you do double dipping. They're like, it's not fair. These influencers found a hack to take advantage of us, to take our money, even though it's not theirs. We don't mind paying them, but we can pay them double, sometimes triple. And I know a lot of influencers were really excited about it when they found out this little hack about double dipping, but it's not sustainable, guys. And it's not fair for everyone. And we want to build a sustainable business, and we want to follow all the terms of service, and we want brands to stick around. Because if they're already on Creator Connections and on Logi, we don't want them to leave the platforms and say, no, it's too much. Influencers are taking advantage of us. No, we want them to be super happy. We want to give them all the options and opportunities to grow with us. That's how we will grow together. So everybody, keep on using Logi, accept all these products, create amazing content. What's nice about Logi, just like Lane said, is that you don't have to start reaching out to the brands, begging them to reply, going back and forth, back and forth, back and and where's the fourth? Come on, reply to me. Where's the fourth? Come on. Oh, no, okay, they didn't reply. Like, that's what we sold. That's what we sold. We know what product you can promote. We send you a message. Our AI matched you. Yes or no? Yes, boom, you get the product matched, sent to you without anyone talking, without anyone sending back and forth messages, without you begging to get a sample or begging to get paid. And an amazing little scoop, an amazing little tip about something that's going to happen probably next week. If not next week, then the week after, is the Logi's half price samples is coming back big times. So you all remember how Logi used to offer half price samples for most of our brands, but it wasn't working as well because it demanded that you will actually go to Amazon and use a coupon code. And some of the times these coupon codes have expired, and you would reach out to us and say it expired, and we have to reach out to the brand. And you remember it was too much of a headache. So we've been building this system, and we've been testing it a lot. And hopefully by next week or in 2 weeks from now, you will be able to start ordering half price samples. What does it mean? It means that if you have a product that you wanted to buy anyway, and one of the Logi brands offer that product, why not buy it for half price, create content for it, and most likely we'll cover the other half by selling 1 or 2 units, and that's it. Because usually people on Logi, our brands are promoting their products for 20%, 30%, up to 50% commission. So it makes so much sense to grab all these samples for half price, even if you weren't matched by the AI. So let's recap. Every Logi creator that connected their Amazon associate account to Logi will be matched with products. That's guaranteed. Once you accept the product, you will get that product for free. But if you weren't matched with that product because our AI didn't think that you're a good match, but you still want that product and you still think that you can promote it, then in a week or two, you'll be able to click a button and buy that product for half price. But you must create content for it. You cannot just buy a product for 50% off and not create content for it, because you have a limit to how many half price samples you can actually order. Okay? So when you get a product for half price, It's another contract. Just like you say, accept product and you're getting that free sample and you have to create content. Same thing. Once you accept a product for half price, you still have to create that content within 2 weeks to be eligible to get more half price samples. And again, the more you create content fast and the faster you create content, as you all know, you're getting matched with more products and better products. That's just the way the algorithm works. If you get a product and you create content within 48 hours, you'll immediately be matched with new products and you'll be at the top of the list always to be matched again. If you get a product and 2 weeks pass and you did not create content and you get that reminder email, just remember, it puts you at the bottom of the list for new matches. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that when you work with Logi products, you keep our reputation at the top. So brands always know if I want content, I go to Logi because I know I'm getting the best content the fastest and I don't need to worry about a thing. Everything is done for us. That's the magic of Logi. So amazing things are happening. We're protecting you. We're avoiding the double dipping. We're letting you have the best products out there. We're almost letting you get those half price samples. It's going to happen in a week or two. And I think that just magical things are about to happen. And I just can't wait to see how we keep on getting more and more brands. We just have so many new brands coming in thanks to you. Some of you guys were able to use your affiliate link to Logi and already have. We have one person, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to try to get her on one of our webinars. She got dozens of brands signing up to Logi. I think she's going to make more money from affiliates, from Logi affiliates every month than she makes on selling products, I'm telling you, because she got so many brands. She literally had some kind of a newsletter or she kept updating brands about things and she blasted out this amazing email that she talked about Logi and how it changed her life and how much she's getting amazing products. And so many brands joined with her link because she took that extra step. And why? Because she maintained her business like a business. She looked at these brands as customers. They're not brands, they are her customers. And when she had an offer to offer these brands, her customers, all she had to do is write down a nice email and blast it out and get dozens of these brands interested in signing up with her link, making sure that she's going to get hundreds or even thousands of dollars. We don't know yet because not all of them have signed up for the onboarding call with Stas and our team. So once they do, we're going to try to sell them on the biggest package. The biggest package means she's getting $100 a month for an entire year if they stick around and they take that package. And even if they take the smallest package, that's $30 a month for a year or for as long as they're staying on Logi, up to a year. So I think that she's going to make a lot of money. I hope you guys will take advantage of it. I do want to kind of say, congratulations to a bunch of you that didn't use Logi for a long time. And if you're listening to this webinar, you know who I'm talking about, because I started seeing all these creators that their last, we have a last scene date on our platform. So I know every one of you, when was the last scene date on the platform? And some of you were like not on the platform for like a year or so. And all of a sudden you're on the platform again, getting your affiliate link, hearing about this amazing new Logi affiliate program, and wanting to crush it because you know that you have so many brands in your inbox that you can actually convert to money. So yeah, don't let me just keep on chatting and talking and scattering my mind to different places. Let me stop right here because you know me, I can talk for another hour and we're already done. So Altovise, any questions? Anyone wants to ask anything or about any other?
Well, I do want to also make note, if you have not checked out the Logi site in a while, go check it out. There are brand new brands on there. I've already done videos for a couple of the newer brands that have come onto the Logi platform. So definitely make sure that you're checking those out. And we love that we don't have to take any extra steps. Here's the thing. With Oink, you can auto accept campaigns if you already have content for them. And so we don't have to go back and say, okay, well, which one of these are Logi, because Logi has it set up that it already filters that out for us. So we love that option as well. And so Liz, I think, said, how do you tell how much more time I have to make a video for a product sample that you were matched with. Um,
I think that shows in the opportunity page now. So when you do go
yes.
to that product and you're in my products and Logi, and you go to that product and even favorite it when you accept it, make sure you click that, star that says make it my favorite. Click on it, it will open this drawer on the right, this panel, and I think it will show you at the top the countdown of how much time you have since that product was shipped to you. So definitely take advantage of it and always prioritize those Logi products because I'm telling you, if you work with other, platforms or brands and they don't have that requirement, they don't have that as a strict rule, then always prioritize Logi products because when it comes to Logi, that is our second name. Guaranteed content the fastest way possible. When you go to a website, you'll see it. We guarantee the content. And guys, we are putting our money where our mouth is, and we make sure that those brands are getting the content that they paid for, guaranteed. And if you guys are not creating content, we literally buy the product from our own pocket and send it to another influencer just to make the content. We will put you on what we call product jail. Some of you have been feeling that, if you miss that 14 days and you're not getting matched anymore, and first time you just go to your platform, you see you're in a vacation mode, you can uncheck it and say, okay, I'm ready to go back to business, and that's fine. Second time, that's it, you're locked. An admin will lock it, and you have to explain why you didn't create content, because we cannot afford paying out of pocket just because we guarantee this content for the brands. This is 100% guaranteed. Just like when you go to a business and you want to get service, no matter what business it is, as influencers, you might want to buy a new camera. You want to make sure that the camera is working fine, and you get a guarantee for a year that if it breaks, you go and they fix it. Same thing with Logi. We give a 100% guarantee for the brands. That's why they come to us. That's why you get the best brands. That's why you'll keep on getting samples. But you have to, give us that side of the bargain. You have to be on our side. Make sure you get content done within 14 days. Even if you're going to do 2 pieces of content, like David Utepia taught us at the beginning. He said, do a live stream on TikTok, Amazon Live, whatever you want. Get all these products you got from Amazon, do like an unboxing of them all. You don't have to make the final product video, but at least do that live stream. Boom, you just fulfilled that, first 14-day requirement. You just got all these products. You made a live stream. You uploaded the live stream. You uploaded the link to it. People can see you talking about their product, just unboxing it. Later on, do an amazing product video that shows how to use it and upload it to the product page, tag it. So you see how the opportunities are so easy to fulfill, and that's your business. So make sure that you do it. Put a day a week. If you're doing a live stream, 1 day a week, or doing a video that you just run through everything, and then you can crop it on CapCut and upload those unboxing videos. Doesn't have to be the how-to videos or like a more in-depth video. It can be just like a let's check it out, what it looks like inside, unbox it, show the product, show what's inside, say that's the unboxing. Stay tuned for how to use that product, which I'm going to upload as well. So what we do, and by the way, if you don't do the content and 14 days pass and the brand is seeing it and they're about to reach their cycle, because every 30 days they're renewing it and we have new samples to ship out, and you didn't do the content, Logi will match that same product and we will actually ship another product to one of the top creators that we know for a fact that are creating content very fast. This is how we make sure that the content is being delivered with our 100% content delivered guarantee. Okay, guys, so you have more chances to get products even if someone else failed the deadline, but you are such a great Logi creator and you create content so fast. So when someone fails a deadline, you might be the one that's instantly being pulled by the system to create content for that product. You won't even know it. You'll just say, oh, look, I'm getting matched so fast, so many products. So that's the benefits of it. And the people that do the best, you know it. And Lane can attest and Lane can tell you about it. When you do content periodically on the right time, every week, you have your days, you create the content, you're going to get matched with a lot of products. You're going to get a lot of money. Just ask Lane. I know. I see the people that are creating a lot of content. I see their monthly paycheck from Logi. These people are making a lot of money because they work. And I know that a lot of you have what it takes, but don't have the discipline to create the content as fast as needed. So do it. Just, get that discipline on, the discipline hat on, and, sky's the limit.
Yes, indeed. So if you have not been, if you have not created that workflow, we just talked earlier about, us, that may be the next session that we do is a viral view and the workflow with Lane, because that workflow can mean all the difference. I'm doing this full time. For somebody who's doing it part time, you may not be able to do it immediately. You may have to have a set day, a set time for when you're going ahead and recording. Which again, you have to pay attention. If you have that 14-day window, then when is that done? You may be going out of town and you didn't, mark it, or you accepted something, but it didn't get shipped until, while you were out. It happens. Different things happen, but just make sure that you're getting back to that flow of how quickly you are getting the content done and getting it uploaded. And also, you also want to make sure that it's good quality. Like, we want to make sure that we're not just presenting, any type of video to, those who are a part of the Logi platform, but we're actually, giving them some good quality content. I can tell you this, because of the videos that I've done, I've had brands want to work with me. And because of the videos that I've done, I've had brands want to continue to work with me. I've had brands where I was originally working with their like vendor, or another person was like a middle person, and they came to me directly and wanted to work with me and them directly. So it it can change the game when they see that you're consistent in putting out the content, and they see the actual consistency, but they also see the value of the content that you're putting out. It's not just, a one and done. You're kind of putting that flow together, which is why we talked about repurpose.io. And we did that whole session because for some of you, you may say, well, Altovise, I can't post every single day. That's where repurpose.io comes in, because you can set it up a workflow in there, and the videos are being pushed out without you having to put your hands on it every single time. So that's the process of, where you're at right now, because you're in a good space. We're getting into the fourth quarter. Y'all know the next couple months is going to go like, and then we're going to be looking at January. And there's something going on every single month. It's fall season. You have, fall decor, you have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, Christmas, Black Friday, Small Biz Saturday, Cyber Monday, um, Giving Tuesday. You have all of those things going on, but then you also have fall weddings, you have homecoming, there's so many things, y'all. So there's a bunch of people buying stuff. Even with everything that's going on right now, there are still people shopping. So understand that your workflow definitely makes a big difference. We want to thank each and every one of you again. Thank you to the team behind the scene who always shows up and they're doing some phenomenal things behind the scenes. They're also making sure that the replay is in the group, so you guys can catch the replay on that Monday or Tuesday afterwards, that following week. If you miss out on it, typically whatever we talked about, if you put in a search at the top of the group, it can bring it up. And then when we have our fireside chats, those are pinned in the feature section, and some of the other sessions that we've done are pinned up there as well. So go through that featured section to see, what you may need to implement this weekend. So that way you are ready to make sure that this whole fourth quarter is a good one for you. They're posting some great stuff for you guys in the comments as well. Click on those so that way you have them, or right click and copy it so that way you can paste it and be able to go to it as well. If you have any other questions, or you get something from this and then you're like, oh shoot, what was it they said? But you want to ask something a little more specific, when this post goes up, the replay, you can put it right in the comments, tag whoever it is you want to, ask directly. And they pretty much, if you tag the person, they'll pretty much get the notification. If not, if you can't tag them, tag who you can tag, and we typically will come in and tag that person so that way they can come and answer that question as well. And Ahud, you are awesome. I hope you are having a great week and start to the fourth quarter.
You're
That part.
amazing, and everybody here is so amazing. Everybody's just amazing. So let's just
That
keep being
part.
amazing for each other.
Yes. You can always find us in the Logie group. If you're not in the Logie group, go to the Logie group on Facebook and request to be in the group. That's where all the replays are. That's also where all these phenomenal influencers are. And there are definitely some benefits to being in the group, especially when it comes to conversations that we've been having as influencers. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I'm super excited. I get to go pick sunflowers this weekend. But I hope you guys.
You muted yourself.
Oh, I was saying I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.